Good afternoon, students. Last time we have seen different types of eggs depending on the amount of yolk, distribution of yolk, the presence and absence of shell, and development pattern. Okay, and we have also seen oviparous and viviparous eggs. Okay, now from different types of eggs, today we are going to see our first types of eggs according to amount of yolk. Okay, our first types of eggs according to amount of yolk. Now, what is amount of yolk? Last time I have told you oviparous and viviparous eggs. In oviparous eggs, yolk is present in large amount, whereas in viviparous eggs, yolk is absent or presence in very less amount. Okay, depending on the amount of yolk, we are going to see the types of eggs. Now, there are different types of eggs depending on the according to amount of yolk. These are alacethal eggs. Second one is microlacethal eggs. Next one is mesolacethal eggs. And next one is, last one is macrolacethal eggs. Okay, these are 4 types of eggs according to amount of yolk. Okay, the first one, alacethal eggs. Now, what is meant by lacethal? Lacethal or lacethum means yolk. Lacethal or lacethum means yolk. Now, what is meant by a? It is meant by absent. That means alacethal means absence of lacethal or lacethum. That means absence of yolk. Therefore, it is known as alacethal eggs. And the example of this type of eggs is human eggs. In these eggs, the amount of yolk is very less, or it is negligible in amount. Therefore, these types of eggs are known as alacethal eggs. Okay, and the example is human eggs. Now, second one is microlacethal eggs. Our second type is microlacethal eggs. Now, what is meant by lacethal? Here it is also lacethal means yolk. Okay. Now, what is meant by micro? Micro means small amount or less amount of yolk. Therefore, this type of egg is known as microlacethal egg. And example is eggs of Amphioxus. Eggs of Amphioxus are of microlacethal type. In these eggs, the amount of yolk granule is very little or very small in amount. Okay, these are yolk granules, and in these microlacethal eggs, the amount is very small or very less amount of yolk is present. Now, next type is mesolacethal eggs. Here also lecithin means yolk. Now what is meant by meso? Meso means moderate amount. Moderate amount. What is meant by moderate? That is medium. Meso means moderate. Lecithin means yolk. That means moderate amount of yolk is present. And the example of these eggs are frogs. Okay, frogs eggs are of mesolecithal types. In these eggs, the yolk is moderate in amount. Okay, not large amount of yolk is present and not very less amount, but moderate amount of yolk is present. Therefore, these eggs are known as mesolecithal eggs. Okay, our next type is macrolecithal eggs. Macrolecithal eggs. Now here also lecithin means yolk. Now what is meant by macro? Macro means large amount of yolk. Okay, macro means large amount of yolk, and the example of these eggs are reptiles and birds. In these macrolecithal eggs, the amount of yolk is very large. Okay, very large amount of yolk is present. Near about the whole egg is filled up by yolk. Therefore, these are known as macrolecithal eggs. Okay, all of you got it? Are 4 types of eggs. Alecithal. Okay, all of you got it? Are 4 types of eggs. Alecithal eggs, microlecithal eggs, mesolecithal eggs, and macrolecithal eggs. What is meant by lecithin? Lecithin means yolk. Alecithal eggs means the eggs in which yolk is absent or very negligible amount of yolk is present. It is known as alecithal eggs, and the example is human eggs. The next one is microlecithal eggs. In these eggs, the amount of yolk is very little, very small amount of yolk is present, and the example is Amphioxus. In these Amphioxus eggs or in these microlecithal eggs, very little amount or very small amount of yolk is present. The next one is mesolecithal eggs, in which moderate amount of yolk is present. Therefore, these are known as mesolecithal eggs, and the example is eggs of frogs. Okay, in this moderate amount of yolk is present. Therefore, these are known as mesolecithal eggs. And our 4th type is known as macrolecithal eggs, in which large amount of yolk is present, and the examples are eggs of reptiles and birds, in which near about whole egg is filled up by the yolk granules. Therefore, these are known as macrolecithal eggs. That means very large amount of yolk is present in these type of eggs. Okay, our second type of egg is types of eggs. Types of eggs according to distribution of yolk. Okay, types of eggs according to distribution of yolk. Now, what is meant by distribution of yolk? Whether the yolk is present in the center or in one pole of egg, or it is present in the center, or it is uniformly distributed. Therefore, these are known as types of eggs according to distribution of eggs. Here also there are different types of eggs according to distribution of yolk. The first one is telolecithal eggs. Next one is isolecithal eggs. Next one is centrolacethal eggs, and last one is polylacethal eggs. Polylacethal eggs. Okay. Now first one, telolacethal eggs. Telolacethal eggs. Now what is meant by telolacethal eggs? I have told you lacethal means yolk. Now what is meant by telo? Okay, that means present at one pole of the egg. Now what is present? Lecithum is present at one pole of egg. It is known as telolacethal eggs. Okay, last time I have told you the poles of egg: animal pole and vegetal pole. The pole where nucleus is present and it is dorsal inside, it is known as animal pole. The ventral pole where the nucleus is absent and it is known as vegetal pole. Okay. Now what is meant by telolacethal? The lecithum either present in vegetal pole or in animal pole. Okay. Listen again. The lecithum, that means the yolk, present either at dorsal side or at ventral side. Not in both these sides, but either in vegetal pole or in animal pole. This type of eggs is known as telolacethal eggs. Telo means pole, whether the vegetal pole or animal pole. The yolk present at animal pole or vegetal pole. These are known as telolacethal eggs. And the example of this type of eggs are amphibians or frogs. Okay, the type of telolacethal eggs example is amphibian eggs or frogs eggs. Okay. Now next one is isolacethal eggs. Isolacethal eggs. Here also lecithum means yolk. Now what is meant by iso? Iso means uniformly distributed. Uniformly distributed yolk is known as isolacethal eggs. Okay. The yolk is uniformly distributed in the egg. It is known as isolacethal eggs. And the example of this isolacethal type of egg is Amphioxus. Okay. Now next one, third one is centrolacethal eggs. Centrolacethal eggs. The name itself indicates the distribution of yolk. Okay. The name centrolacethal eggs itself indicates or explains the type of egg. That centro means centrally located, lecithum means yolk. That means the yolk present in the center of egg is known as centrolacethal yolk. And the example is insects eggs. Insects eggs are of centrolacethal type. Now next one and the last one is polylacethal eggs. Polylacethal eggs. Here the yolk is distributed over all the egg. That means the whole egg is filled with thick yolk granules. Therefore, these are known as polylacethal eggs. And the example of polylacethal eggs are reptiles eggs and birds. Okay, got it? Telolacethal eggs, isolacethal eggs, centrolacethal eggs and polylacethal eggs. Now what is meant by telolacethal eggs? The eggs in which the yolk is present either in vegetal pole or animal pole. That means the yolk is present either or at one pole of the egg is known as telolacethal eggs, and the example is amphibian eggs. Isolacethal eggs, in these eggs the yolk is uniformly distributed in the egg, therefore these are known as isolacethal eggs, and the example is amphioxus eggs. The next one is centrolacethal eggs. As the name indicates, the yolk is present only in the center of the egg, therefore these are known as centrolacethal eggs, and the example is insects eggs. Okay, last one is polylacethal eggs. In this the yolk is distributed overall, or the full egg is covered with yolk, thick yolk granules, therefore these are known as polylacethal eggs, and the examples are reptiles and birds eggs. Okay, got it? Okay, our next or third types according to presence or absence of shell. Okay, our next type of egg is types according to presence and absence of shell. Okay, now what is meant by shell? The outermost protective covering is known as shell. Okay, whether it is present or absent. Okay, whether the shell is present or absent, according to that presence or absence we have following types of eggs. Now first one is cleidoic eggs. Cleidoic eggs, and second one is non-cleidoic eggs. Now what is meant by cleidoic eggs? Our first type is cleidoic eggs. Okay, now what is meant by cleidoic eggs? The eggs in which shell is present. Shell is present. I have told you what is meant by shell. Shell is outermost hard protective covering. Okay, what is meant by shell? Shell, it is the outermost hard protective covering. Is known as shell. In cleidoic eggs, this outermost hard protective covering is present, therefore these are known as cleidoic eggs, and the example of cleidoic eggs is reptiles and birds. Reptiles and birds, these are cleidoic type. That means in these reptiles and birds the eggs are covered with shell. The eggs are covered with outermost hard protective shell. Okay, now next one is non-cleidoic type. Non-cleidoic eggs. Now the name itself indicates cleidoic means presence of shell, non-cleidoic absent of shell. In this the shell is absent. Okay, in these eggs the outermost hard protective covering is not present, therefore these are known as non-cleidoic eggs, and the examples are viviparous and aquatic animals eggs. Okay, viviparous and aquatic animals eggs are of non-cleidoic type of eggs. That means in these animals the eggs are not covered with shell, or the eggs are not covered with outermost hard protective covering, therefore these are known as non-cleidoic eggs. Now our last types according to developmental pattern. Our last types of eggs are types according to developmental pattern. Okay, What is developmental pattern? Here the pattern of development is whether it is predeterminate or predetermined, or it is not predetermined. Okay, and according to that developmental pattern, there are two types of eggs. First one is determinate or mosaic eggs, and second one is non-determinate eggs. Now first one is determinate or mosaic eggs. First type is determinate or mosaic eggs. Okay, in this type of eggs, in determinate or mosaic eggs, here the developmental pattern is predetermined just after the fertilization. Okay, what is meant by fertilization? Fertilization is union of male and female gametes, that is union of sperm and ovum. Okay, just after the fertilization, the developmental pattern is determined. Okay, how they are grown, it is predetermined. Therefore these are known as determinate type of eggs or mosaic type of eggs. And the examples are mollusca, annelids, platyhelminthes, porifera. These are the examples of determinate eggs. Now what is meant by determinate eggs? In these animals, the developmental pattern is predetermined just after the fertilization. Okay, मराठीत आपण त्यांची वाढ कशी होणार आहे, कुठल्या सेल्सपासून कुठला ऑर्गन तयार होणार हे अगोदरच माहिती असणे, हे अगोदरच ठरवले जाणे, त्याला आपण डिटर्मिनेट म्हणतो. म्हणजे कुठल्या सेल्सपासून कुठला ऑर्गन तयार होणार आहे हे अगोदरच ठरवणे, त्याला आपण डिटर्मिनेट टाईप ऑफ एग्ज असं म्हणतो. ओके, त्यालाच आपण मोझाईक एग्ज असंही म्हणतो. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज नॉन डिटर्मिनेट एग्ज. It is just opposite the determinate eggs. It is not determinate. That means here the developmental pattern is not determined, not predetermined just after the fertilization. Okay, and the example is reptiles, birds, mammals. Okay, in these animals' eggs, the developmental pattern is not predetermined just after the fertilization. Therefore it is known as non-determinate type of eggs. Okay, all of you got it? All four types of eggs. The first one is types according to amount of yolk. Second one is type according to distribution of yolk. Third one is types according to presence and absence of shell, and the last one is types according to developmental pattern. Okay, here we are finished our types of eggs. Next time we are going to see types of cleavage. Our next subunit, types of cleavages. Now this subunit we will see in next lecture. Okay, have a good day.